Hello everybody, my name is Azeface. Today I'm going to be trying out a new T4 electrical abyss Gila fit, and this is a super duper cheap fit. So last time we tried out a super cheap fit, now we're going to be trying a super duper cheap fit. And this was actually sent to me by a guy called Freany in game. I got another mail. I keep getting these mails of cool fits actually. It's really nice. You guys, if you guys got good fits you want me to test out, please send me a mail because it's really interesting to see what you guys can come up with. Because I'm obviously learning new things all the time. I've got a lot of experience in the abyss now. I've got a lot of experience I can share with you guys. But that doesn't mean I can not learn new things as well. So feel free to send some cool fits if you have got some. So this guy actually happens to also be a streamer, and he actually does a lot of content when with regards to Abyss. He tests out like these cheap fits in the Abyss. So that's really interesting, a lot like I do. So you definitely want to check him out if you want to learn some things about the Abyss, and especially in the cheap Abyss stuff. He's called Bergstentwitch. All right, so let's go through the fit. So what he sent me, there's two fits he sent me, and I chose this one because I had a bit of a fitting issues with one of them. But it basically is utilizing the thing I also do in the electrical sites. You're able to have really good capacitor, and in that way easily power your big shield boosting capabilities. And in this case it's using two large shield boosters. Okay guys, remember my T5 fit uses one medium shield booster, and then my other T4 fit uses two medium shield boosters. This dude is using two large shield boosters. Okay, this guy has no chill right now. But this thing can actually use this because of the power diagnostic system, because of how the issue with two large shield boosters is often power grid issues, but this power diagnostic systems allows you to have better power grid management, or a larger power grid size, and it also gives you a slight boost to your capacitor as well. So that'll also help a bit having these reps active while in the Abyss. So the thing is, he runs them a bit differently to I do. The thing is, I run my Abyss sites to be something really like reliable source of income. He kind of uses these really cheap, as far as I understand, this is as far as I understand, okay? He uses these extremely cheap fits to farm these high tier Abyss sites. So he even uses this fit for T4, sometimes even T5, to be able to farm those sites and pay off the ship before he actually dies. So it seems like you can die to unlucky spawns, but the thing is, they're so cheap that it's actually worth using the fit. So let's get into it. So the thing is, he sometimes he says that, oh, I do T5 and this, but I wanted to start out easy with the T4s because I want to see how well this fares in T4s, because even in T4s this is still not a whole lot of tank, to be honest. I could use a Multispectrum Shield Hardener, and I actually think it possibly would be better because the Multispectrum really gives a lot of extra buffer with how it boosts all resistances, but we'll use what he uses because he uses the Multispectrum one. He's also using a thermal rig to give extra thermal resistance. This could be good for Triglavians, and he's got some auto-targeting systems because it doesn't seem like you're able to fit a fourth missile launcher. So he's using the large heavy missile launcher to be able to grab the extraction caches, but I don't think I'll be trying the extraction caches now, because it'll take a long time to actually just get them with the MTU. But I'll still try to run it as fast as possible, maybe even grab extraction cache if it's very close to me. So we got obviously two drone damage amplifiers, so you can have issues with time because of the two damage modules, but we did that before where we used two drone damage amplifiers and we didn't have such an issue with time. The only thing I worry about is that he is using these Tech 1 missile launchers, so this is going to be quite little DPS. You can see here only 500 something DPS, so it's not exactly on the high side for the Gilas I've been using, but I have high hopes. I think it will be able to survive. So we're on the test server because I don't feel like just throwing away 200 mil like that, even though 200 mil is not really that much. I can earn that back in maybe an hour or so, but it's still, I prefer to just do it for free if I can on the test server, and I really like to test stuff out on the test server. It's something I really appreciate that CCP has made. And I really hope they don't remove this, because I see some people complaining about that, oh, you guys shouldn't be able to test stuff on test because you're just cheating, But I really like it, how you can just test out new tactics. And since I just bought this, I have to group these, so I always make two groups. So I make one for DPS and one for tanky, because the faction drones have more. It's also important to group your weapons. Let's start warping to the safe spot. and group our weapons. We've got these auto targeters here, and like auto targeters, they use so little fitting space, so it just basically seems like it's something you can put in the space. But he also said that he uses the auto targeters because they're able to absorb heat damage. If you're overheating your weapons, you absorb heat damage. But the thing is, I don't really think it'll make much of a difference, because you actually already got hardly any DPS from these missiles anyway. So like your overheating is gonna increase your DPS by like 15, so it's not going to be, it will do something, but it won't do a whole lot. But we'll just put them there for the sake of doing what he linked. So we've got some boosters as well. I also do not particularly am a big fan of boosters, because boosters are something that need to be continuously consumed, so it reduces your IS power. I don't like having to rely on them, but it doesn't seem, I don't know if we have to rely on them, but it's something we have, because obviously we've not got the best amount of tanks, so these are good to help. So we've got the agency Hardshell. This helps our shield boosting capabilities, and we've also got the blue pill. This also boosts our shield capabilities, but there's also a risk that we will also get some negative effects. So you can see here, when you use this blue pill, there is a possibility that you can get some side effects. So if we have a 20% chance we get side effects, we can get shield capacity penalty, turret optimal range penalty, capacitor penalty. This is a really big issue actually if we have issues with capacitor. But the main thing I'm actually worried about is this shield capacity, because the thing is, with the shield capacity penalty, we will be a lot easier to get one-shotted by Curbed Tyrannus, and I worry about that. But let's try it out, okay? Using the Raging Electrical. Let's go. So let's see if we survive. I have hopes we'll survive, but I feel like if we get an unlucky spawn, we could die. But this guy runs T5s in this, so we should, unless we completely fail like a noob, like a noob lord, it should go pretty decently. Because yeah, I think it's a bit less ammo as well, because this is a Tech 1 missile launcher. I'm used to having like 20 or 30 missiles. Okay, so we got some starving the Triglarians on the grid. That's not so nice to have. We can wait a little bit until they start approaching us. We've got some anchoring, but we don't want to. We'll just take out the starvings first, because the neuting capabilities are pretty strong in these Triglarians. I want to see if our capacitor is alright. We're not even cap stable. Oh, that's a big issue. Let's deactivate one shield booster and just activate it when we have DPS issues. But I think we should be alright. We can obviously overheat stuff if we need to. And actually, let's consume this Hardshell, because this Hardshell does not have any side effects, so we're going to get a bit boosted from that. How long does that last? 1 hour. Okay, so you can consume one of these and it'll last the whole hour, so you can run a few sites in this just by using one. That's also one thing with boosters. If you train the biology skill, there's a skill called biology. I highly recommend you guys all train that to level 5, because that increases the length of your boosters as well as your cerebral accelerators. The cerebral accelerators make so that you train skill points faster for a limited amount of time, and it also is affected by the biology skill. So definitely train biology to level 5, because there's so many good uses for that. Seems like tank is holding pretty well with just one large shield booster, so I'm pretty impressed right there. You can see here. Okay, so 60 regen per second from most of one of them. Okay, so it seems like we're taking a bit of damage right now, but the Vedmax are the ones that doing the primary amount of damage. Let's activate one of these just so we can automatically lock them without having to do this. So when we take out this Vedmax, we should be alright, yeah, because most of the DPS comes from these Vedmax actually, not so much from the Damavix. So we do get a bit from the Damavix, but mostly from the Vedmax. The amount of EHP, if we I'm not tested this scientifically, okay, I'm a medical student, so I do a lot of things according to science, but this is more like a gut feeling that it feels like the EHP per DPS of the Vedmax is a lot higher than the EHP per DPS of the Damavix, because if I kill a Vedmax, it feels like overwhelming majority of the DPS is gone, and that's obviously because they're a lot bigger. They're like cruisers, yeah, but it feels like these Damavix, for how long it takes to kill them, are not as high of a priority. So we've killed one of those to both Vedmax, so it seems like a smooth sailing from here on. So actually, I should not taking out the anchoring, because that's nothing that I have to worry about. We'll take out the tangling actually. So I'm wondering actually how much gigajoules per second I have to spare. It seems like I've got about half gigajoules to spare when we've turned off one, because you can't really see it in the simulator. You can't see the electrical effect in the fitting simulator. That's interesting right there. And this is really good actually. This is really nice how it's just killing these ships really quickly, and we didn't really have any issues at all with those ships over there, those tanky ships. So this could be a really good ship, especially for new players, for like alpha clones, I think, because of how it uses like Tech 1 stuff, so it's using like these Tech 1 missile launchers, so you don't have to spend so much time training for those. Also, like in general, this is using a lot of Tech 1 stuff, like the Tech 1 boosters, shield boosters, so it seems like we really are like destroying these Triglavians here. I'm really impressed, I must say. We went for them really quickly because Triglavians form quite a big threat for Gila's if they have a lot of neuting capabilities and also DPS, because their DPS can ramp up really quickly. But it was really good, actually. That went so smoothly, actually. Now, the big test I would see is if we were to Charybdis Tyrannus. Charybdis Tyrannus would be the big threat. But I think we hopefully should be able to get under Charybdis's guns before we actually start taking significant shield damage. We obviously have the two, that's why I guess it's good that we have the 2 shield boosters, so we get a lot of burst tank. So for the time we are approaching Charybdis, we'll have some backup, so we won't have to continuously use 2 shield boosters. We maybe have to use only 1 when we have maybe been able to orbit Charybdis. But I really hope we get Charybdis, because that'll pose a good test to this fit. How good? Oh no! I forgot the drones. I forgot the drones. Yeah, I'm a noob lord right there. Okay, so we got some Triglavians on the grid, and the Triglavians battleships die very quickly, so I don't think we'll have much issues unless they start doing a lot of DPS, too much for a tank very quickly. But we've also got the burst tank through our dual shield boosters, so I think we will be able to. Let's just keep up transversal. Let's go a little bit to the side. You see here, they're over here, we go to the side, so we keep up transversal, so we'll be minimizing the amount of damage we do. Shoot our missiles on these frigates to take out a bit of the DPS as well. Spark Needle, I think our EM resistance is the lowest one. Yep, it definitely is. So we want to go for these spark needles with our missiles. We've got some blindings as well, which is really annoying. I do not like to have blindings. They make it so that you can't target anything. But this renewing Leshak is going down, so that's really good. And I think the other one will also be going down that was attacking. Perhaps the auto-targeting of the drones will take out the rest of the Leshaks. That'll be really nice if it happens. Okay, well, seems... Okay, go for the striking over here. Please go for the striking. This drone seems like it's taking quite a bit of time to take out with my missiles, and it seems like the Triglavian battleships are remote repping these drones. You can see, oh, did you see that rep right there? Oof. Yeah, these battleships are repping like crazy, because as you guys know, or if you guys didn't know, Triglavians all of them have remote reps, so they can remote rep you. Not remote rep you, they'll destroy you. They do the opposite of remote repping on you, but what they do is that they can remote rep their friends, so any of the allies or enemy ships on the grid can be remote rep, and that's something you have to take into consideration, especially in the T5s, because T5s you can get a lot of starving, or not starving, but a lot of Leshaks in the Leshak waves. And if you've got a lot of renewing, the renewing Leshaks have a bonus to their remote rep amount, so they'll remote rep like crazy. So let's destroy the rest. We've destroyed all Leshaks. Really simple, really smooth. Let's destroy these rogue drones with the missiles. And actually, oh, this blinding one is so annoying. I can just take this bioadaptive cache from here in the meantime. I think our auto-targeting will start going on the blinding. And when I mean auto-targeting, I mean the auto-aggress, so like drones will attack something that is aggressing you. So let's see now, 55 kilometers. Let's just get a little bit closer. Actually, it seems like the drones are going. Seems like drones. Oh wait, yeah, they're going to. Okay, let's just grab the loot then, because they're doing exactly what I'm saying. Let's see now. Oh, they're attacking the automatic suppressor. Oh, one of them. Yeah, one of them. One of them is attacking the blinding Leshak though, so that's good. I hate how they're attacking the Medivian automatic suppressor. It's really, like, the first time I ran the Abyss, I thought you could actually destroy. I think you can destroy these Deviant automatic suppressors, but it takes a really long time because they have a lot of HP. If we go on here, see here, attributes, they have a lot of HP. Look at the 20k HP. They've got pretty decent resistances there. But I tried to I was doing a T1 Abyss site, and I was attacking this thing, and it took me like almost 5 minutes or like 7 minutes just to complete the first room, because I was trying to attack, and then I realized, oh wait, there's no problem. Okay, so yeah, there's no point of destroying that, but we've finished the second wave, so this is going really good so far. I'm really impressed. Let's grab these guys back. Because the thing is, the reason I'm especially impressed with this one is because this is using Tech 1 modules. You know, those I really would never really dare to just remove a missile launcher and use Tech 1 ones, as well as not having a full low slot with damage modules. That really seems really scary to me. But it seems to have worked out alright. Okay, so we've got some Vela, so it seems like this is going to be a wrap then, because the Vela waves are a lot easier than the standard Triglavians. at least in my experience, because they just in general do a lot less damage. Their E wards neither seems to be as difficult. I don't think they can even get starving ones actually, or at least their starving capabilities are even weaker than the normal Triglavians, because I never recall having any issues when it comes to the starvers in the Vila waves. The Vilas are always like the kind of easier version of the normal Triglavians, because the thing is they got these drones. These drones hardly do any damage. The thing is, I've mentioned this before, that if you're running Frigate Abyss, these drones can be an issue because of how they do very good tracking, so their damage is applied very well. So even though it's not a lot of DPS, frigates rely a lot on speed tanking, and you can't out speed tank these guys, so something you have to really take into consideration. I was splitting drones as soon as split drones because I think they do have some remote reps. I don't know if the Velas also have remote reps. It looks like he's remote repping, or maybe he's doing E1 on me. Let's see this guy here. Shining is the target painter, I think, but he's not doing target painting. Okay, so you can see our shields are going down a bit, but we always have the ability to use the other shield booster, and we should probably take out the Vedmax as well, because a lot of DPS is sitting in the Vedmax. So let's go here, and let's actually move, because we're getting dangerously close to this orange cloud over here. Let's go to the Vedmac. Destroy the Vedmac quickly, please do kill it quickly. These guys should also go down a bit quicker than the other ones, because I think they also have less tank than the normal Triglavians. He's within my range. Let's see now, 43 kilometer range. That's a good thing about the faction missiles. Actually, you get a really good range from them, because I'm used to using the Tech 2 or the Fury. I think it's Fury, because you got with Tech 2 missiles, you got some Fury, and then you got Rage. I think it's Fury light missiles, and in those missiles I have a lot shorter range. I have like 30 something kilometer range. I forgot to say this, I am actually using some implants that I had before, and this is just, but these actually don't provide such a big difference. It only gives me a slight bonus to my missile range and tiny bit bonus to my missile DPS, but they honestly, I'm certain that this won't make a difference in terms of the make or break of this site. It'll just make it a tiny bit quicker, but it'll hardly do any difference. So look here, our time seems to be really good as well, almost 10 minutes. So it seems to be really good. Unfortunately, we did not come across any Charybdis Tyrannosus, because Charybdis will be the big challenge for this. I can see that being the case, because if you get a wrecking shot here, I don't think our buffer is as big as the dual multi-spectrum shield hardeners, and that could be a bit of an issue, but I think it's still decent to, oh, we're getting to the boundary box. Let's go down here. Let's make our way to the origin conduit, actually the bioadaptive cache over there. Okay, so all Vedmax are down. Seems like we've cleared everything dangerous. Only a bit of Damavix left. No issue whatsoever. It seems like we had a few times where our shields went down a bit, but the thing is, when our shields went down, then we were obviously able to use this large shield booster, because we were primarily using one shield booster. Then if it's an emergency, we use the second one just in case, but we don't need to continuously use that. So that's also a nice strategy, actually, that you have kind of like two boosters, so that one in itself is good for most sites, but then if it's like a really hard wave, like for example the Charybdis wave, or for example those Triglavian waves when they're spooled up a bit, you could just temporarily use the shield booster. So it's not like you have to continuously use it, because obviously if you're going to continuously use two large shield boosters, you're not unlikely you're going to have a really good tank, to be honest. But it seems like it's pretty decent, and especially just using it in emergency situations, that's really nice, because emergency situations do happen in the Abyss. We've got these auto-targeting system here that is locking up these Veil Swarmers, but we do not need to destroy them to be able to go to the next room. Alright, let's go to the bioadaptive cache. Let's see what it gives there. Unlock these guys. Turn off this auto-targeting system. I don't need that anymore. Okay, shoot our heavy missile on this. I think we could have maybe had our MT with us. We could have used a heavy missile to take out the extraction caches. That could have been a possibility, but I can't really be bothered. I can't be bothered to use an MTU. I like using my MWD. Let's go and see if we got anything decent from here. We're still going pretty slow, actually. That's also a thing I don't like about the Afterburner. It's not that fast. Not that fast. Speedy zoom with the MWD. Hey Gila, I'm a Gila. I like to run T4 sites. I like to destroy Triglavians. Yeah, look here. Do you see here? There's the eyes. Here's the happy face. Yeah, I like to run Triglavian sites. Yeah. Okay, let's go to here. See, we got a bit of skill books. That was absolute trash loot, by the way. Look at that trash loot right there. Like this loot streak. I'm in this really bad loot streak for the Abyss, and I'm using it even on the test server. And I was thinking maybe that, okay, our loot streak could maybe even break on the test server, but no, it doesn't even, we still got the bad loot streak even on the test server, so that's something. We didn't even need to use our blue pill. We could have used this if we had an extremely emergency situation, but it didn't seem like that was necessary. Anyway, it seems like this fit was pretty successful. I'd like to see this maybe sometime in a Cryptis room, but that's all for now. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you learned something new, also leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.